Well, I got multiworld in a bit, but we're doing a VOD review real quick. Yeah, this should be interesting. This should be really interesting. I'm just giving it a few minutes because this VOD review isn't going to be super long. I don't want to spoil it before I start it, so I'm just going to leave it here. I'm not going to say who, what. But we're going to have a good laugh at this because it's fucking stupid. This is a video somebody made. I'm doing a review of the video. I saw it the first time. I wish I didn't.
Give me my fucking money!
Just so I could have it, like, fresh, unseen. And thank you for the donation, young Luigi. Oh, no. I've already seen the video, and I laughed my ass off on how fucking stupid it is. And somebody talked me into doing a review of this, so I'm going to do a review of this. And let you know exactly what I think. I think I'll wait about another minute or so. Like, we're getting some people in here, but I'd rather get, like, a... Honestly, I would have rather did this on an actual Splatoon stream and get, like, a good viewer base in for this. Instead of multi-world night, but we'll make do. Alright, let's give it a go.
Out of context, this is hilarious. It's a silly way to use the game's animation and sound effects in a way that wasn't intended and flop around like a fish making funny noises.
Looks intended to me.
The community has collectively given this, squidbagging, changes what it means a lot. The word squidbagging comes from the term teabagging, which is a term from other shooters that predate Splatoon.
It predates video fucking games, you moron. Teabagging is like hundreds of years fucking old.
Can't explain what teabagging is in a way that is both family friendly and accurate at all. So I'll just leave it at it's a gross juvenile dominance display that people use to lord a kill they got over the player that they got it on. There are other more innocent ways to squidbag. Squidbagging outside the context of getting a splat on someone can be used to initiate a squid party with opposing players, or to show that you come in peace when players disconnect during a tournament match. There are other fun, joking contexts for it too. Sometimes friends will do it to each other ironically to greet each other when they end up on opposite teams.
You can also do it to get
solo
through
match.
glitches.
But squidbagging a stranger in an online match-made lobby is generally seen as a way to disrespect them after beating them. I want to leave you with a few thoughts about this kind of squidbagging. Firstly, if you're squidbagging, you're not taking advantage of the splat you just got. That player respawns in 10 seconds. If you spend 3 of those seconds squidbagging them...
One, you don't respawn in 10 seconds. It's much faster than 10 seconds. That is false. It maybe take 10 seconds to respawn and get back in the action combined, but the respawn itself is not 10 seconds. But he's got a point. You're wasting time. You could be taking advantage of it.
You've significantly diminished the advantage that you've earned. Spend that time painting. You can get a quarter of the way to special that way, or move up to take an advantageous position you wouldn't have had otherwise. You could pick up clams. If someone is squid bagging you in solo, that's good for you. They're only setting themselves back by doing so. Don't respond by squid bagging back. Just take advantage of the extra time you get when you splat them that they're choosing to waste when they splat you. Secondly, squid bagging hurts the community. Now, to be clear, Splatoon is one of the least toxic competitive communities that exist in gaming.
He cannot be fucking serious right now. Like seriously, he cannot legitimately be fucking serious. This is one of the most toxic fucking communities in gaming fucking history. To say that it's the least, most inclusive, is the biggest bullshit I've ever fucking heard. But let's hear it again.
Squid bagging hurts the community. Now, to be clear, Splatoon is one of the least toxic competitive communities that exist in gaming.
Hurts the community and it's the least toxic. I mean, wow! That fucking statement is just... wow! I can't. I literally can't. At this point, I'm like, is he fucking serious?
I actually heard from a researcher who is studying the subject that the Splatoon community is more gender diverse than any other esport.
That does not mean inclusive, you dumbass. That does not give it... In fact, that actually increases its toxicity. That if you actually label that shit, and believe me, we all fucking know on how just left extremist fucking Splatoon players are. We fucking know. You don't need a fucking researcher for that shit. And even if you did, and that's what they found, it's got to be 20 fucking times worse than what they've actually found, because they're not part of the fucking community and can see that. Why do you think a majority of the fucking players out there never reach X rank? The fucking community. They don't want to be a part of it. They don't want to be part of this fucking community because you're too fucking woke. And as the saying goes, go woke, go broke. Toxicity runs to its very fucking natural core of this fucking community. And they piggyback off fucking social justice warrior shit and fucking inclusivity crap that doesn't even fucking... It's not inclusive. They're just not.
That speaks volumes of our commitment to inclusivity and intolerance of bigotry. But that's all the more reason not to take after other communities that deal with more behavior like this. Being disrespected can put someone on tilt, and while you may think to use putting your opponent on tilt as a tactic, realize that people who are on tilt are not having fun and are more likely to stop playing the game. Communities turning disrespectful and toxic drive people away who may like the game but don't want to deal with people who are on tilt.
I think this is a shot at me at the end. What do you think? Is this a shot at me? This is a shot at me, right? This has to be a shot at me.
Are not having fun and are more likely to stop playing the game. Communities turning disrespectful and toxic drive people away who may like the game but don't want to deal with the way other people online treat them in it.
If you are basing fucking getting squid bagged into not wanting to play the game and blaming that as being toxic, you yourself are so fucking weak-willed and toxic yourself that you are totally fucking blind to any of this shit. Oh, he's not banging the table. Yeah, go spawn camp him. That's the same thing. You don't have to squid bag. You can go spawn camp. It makes it just as unenjoyable, you know? But I mean, my god, the fucking degree of fucking stupidity from all these fucking comments about how just fucking disingenuous like any of this fucking is. Like, I don't know any fucking player in the fucking history of fucking gaming where if they get teabagged or fucking squidbagged or whatever the hell you want to call it, and literally be like, you know what? Nope, can't handle this. I quit playing this game forever. Never heard of that. This woke shit, hear it all the fucking time. I got a lot of friends who don't want to play Splatoon because of the fucking community itself. I hear it all the fucking time. Squidbagging? I've never heard of it. Never. You want to go and get your revenge on the guy who squidbags you, teabags you, do whatever, so much that you actually keep getting better. It gives you more of a reason to get better at the fucking game. But we're not done yet. Just keep listening to this shit.
Whether or not you think it's a valid reason to quit, even if you look down on people who would quit for that, the fact remains that people will quit or play less because of it. I spent a long time organizing in-person Smash tournaments, and one of the things I learned from that is that there's a staggeringly large number of people who get very close to competitive gaming communities but decide against joining them.
Because the entire fucking competitive scene in Splatoon is so fucking woke, they immediately fucking turn their tails and run and be like, there's no way I'm getting involved in fucking Splatoon. That is their actual fucking reasoning. Guess what? I am not a part of the competitive community. I'm just not a part of it. So if you guys want to blame my fucking toxicity, rage, all this other swearing bullshit, I'm not a part of the fucking competitive community that he is actually just mentioning now, who do not want to play competitive after seeing the competitive scene. It's not me. It's your woke ass. Your fucking problems. It's the way you guys run your fucking tournaments. How any fucking goddamn opinion other than extreme leftist woke SJW shit is not only frowned upon, but fucking relentlessly attacked. You make everything fucking so goddamn political in the fucking competitive scene, nobody wants to be a part of it. Only your woke fucking crowd, who you claim is fucking inclusive, diverse, and all this other bullshit, and it's not even fucking close. It's a small baby echo chamber that counts for less than fucking 0.5% of the fucking Splatoon as a whole. Splatoon has sold well over, like, what is it, 14 million copies or some shit right now? How big is the actual competitive community? At least as far as the woke competitive community. I guarantee it's probably not even 1/10 of 1%. And this is the community he's talking about.
Every day there were 2 or 3 brand new players who had never heard of us until then, and they'd very cautiously dip their toes in the water, sitting alone at the venue, not interacting much, just observing the event. And the majority of those players would see how serious we immediately expected them to be, or maybe see how rowdy some players would get, and they'd not feel all that comfortable being there, and we wouldn't see them back the next week.
This is inside like a home or a garage. Fucking goddamn home tournament, and not even a Splatoon game, and he's using this as the fucking reference. Again, completely fucking different, man. It's just, if you want to see good gameplay, that's one thing. If you want to see people trying seriously to fucking win a game and trying to be the best, that's a whole nother level compared to the toxic shit you're fucking talking about.
There, and we wouldn't see them back the next week. If you were to ask the regulars, the very vocal 2 or 3% of players who had the most outsized, overrepresented voice in that community, I bet they wouldn't even remember the people who left because of their behavior.
Guarantee they wouldn't.
Most of the time, when you drive players out of the community, the fact that you're doing so is completely invisible to you. My personal measurements of how valuable...
You want to know what else is completely invisible to these guys? How people actually learn about Splatoon, how they're introduced to Splatoon. You know, you may or may not like me, I don't really give a shit, but if you actually understood on how you grow communities, people will see my rage videos. People will see me overreacting to shit. That'll tune them into the game that they would never have seen otherwise, and be like, you know what? I'm gonna give this game a shot because it looks interesting. Even though that guy's like, unhinged or crazy or toxic. You could say the same for like people like Dude making all them YouTube videos that he always makes, or anybody, any kind of content creator, no matter how they approach it. Like, no matter how they approach it. Toxic, untoxic, friendly, mean, anything. Draws people in. One way or another. If you can't draw people in your way, somebody else will draw them in another way. And that's the beauty of fucking communities. And when they fucking subjugate everybody else out of their community except for the left wokeism, literally every fucking player coming in, going right back out because they're not going to stick around. They will not stick around. I've driven a lot of new faces into the Splatoon community because of my my Rage Comp videos that people made. Lots of people. They stick around sometimes they don't. It is what it is. I don't care. If people find their way through, let me rant about this another way. When I was on Twitch, and I streamed, and as soon as I ended stream, who were the people I always hosted? I didn't host fucking people like Dude, Milana, Barry, any of those people. I would always look for the people with like under 10 viewers, new to streaming, new to Splatoon, and I will bombard their fucking ass with 200 viewers on a raid. I will always go after the low count viewers because it helps, not only helps them out, but any content they drive can drive new viewership in. And if they keep the encouragement to keep the content flowing, keep creating content, I don't care. I really don't give a shit if you like me or not. The more content creators means the more possibilities to bring people in. They're oblivious to this shit. They are 110% oblivious to this shit. And listening to what he says, that is all the proof you know that they're fucking oblivious to it. See, there you go, Herbie. Same thing. And then you became a viewer of mine. Like, dude. And maybe your girlfriend was streaming at the time. I'm not saying she was, but I'm saying she could have been. I would have rated somebody like her. She got tons of views. She kept streaming, kept getting content. Be like, hey, you know what? Hey, bro, look at this. I'm streaming. I'm getting all these viewers. I'm playing Splatoon. This is great. You got to start playing with me. You got to start playing. Hey, boyfriend. Hey, girlfriend. Come check this out. Mom, dad, sisters, family member. I don't care. The more content creators out there, the more possibilities for more people to come into the community. This is oblivious to all these motherfuckers. You'll see all the top streamers right now that are competitive only host themselves, never host anybody fucking else. You'll never see them fucking hosting no-name people who they've never seen in a stream before, never seen anything, because they'll keep rating each other. Me, like I said, on the other hand, I rated anybody and everybody. As long as you're playing ranked and not like Turf War or some shit, and you had like under 10 viewers, I would always look for people like that to raid. I'd go right down the list just before I'm ending stream, and I'd literally fucking raid those specific people who had the lowest viewerships. Because I wanted to build this fucking community. Because I understand how a community is fucking built. What they do, it's fucking so goddamn fucking infuriating. They drive so many people away. It's unreal. And he is oblivious to how it's fucking happening. He's thinking squid bagging or people playing fucking games seriously is driving people. No! You're woke bullshit.
Valuable a person is to any community is how many people they bring into the community minus the number of people they drive out of it. Driving people away means fewer practice partners, that it's harder to find teammates, that new players just getting into the scene don't stick around long enough to become competitive players, that competitive players quit before they reach their full potential, that fewer players are inspired to become tournament organizers and casters and content creators and analysts, that as a whole we are smaller and less active and less powerful with less of a voice to ask others for resources to do what we want to do.
So, okay. I want to make a point on this one, too, because I'm just, like, this is just so absurdly fucking stupid. He's now talking about people being actual top competitive level fucking players, where you can raise your level of skill because they're in the community, and you're playing against higher level fucking players. You are realistically recruiting two different fucking type of animals here. When I'm doing, or at least what I used to do, is I'm going for the casual fucking player. I'm going for the grand audience. Seriously, the grand audience of what Splatoon is and what it could be. And drive those fucking people in. Sure, you might get a fucking player or two every now and then that'll be like, you know what, I'm catching on really quick. I'm going to be really good at this fucking game. Sure, that happens. Don't get me wrong, it happens. But the top competitive players he's talking about right now, what he's talking about, top competitive players, they do not play Splatoon. They play Fortnite. Hate to admit it. They play PUBG. Hate to admit it. They play Call of Duty. Hate to admit it. Those key fucking players, those top players in any other fucking shooter, are not going to migrate to fucking Splatoon like he's saying. These are not your fucking typical players who are going to raise your fucking game level because they're magically being recruited to play fucking Splatoon. Not going to happen. Never going to fucking happen. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Your general fucking audience you want, is anywhere between new player to casual player. That's the bulk of fucking Splatoon sales. That's the bulk of every fucking thing in Splatoon. I'm not playing Fortnite. Fuck off. But I'm just saying, those are two different concept of players you're fucking targeting. You physically will never target those key players, those top players from other fucking games, to play Splatoon. If they did, they would wipe the fucking floor off every single fucking one of these top competitive teams. No doubt. Not a fucking chance in the world. They would smash them so fucking hard it's unreal. Because they just don't have the, I don't want to say brain power, but they lack strategic anything in any of these competitive teams. They lack vision of anything. They might be good shooters and, they work well together with each other, but strategically they are fucking hot garbage. And these top players from other competitive games, they know these strategies. They played them for fucking years. They played multiple fucking games for years. They know these strategies in and out of their fucking back of their fucking hands. They apply that shit, that knowledge base, to Splatoon. You would see the competitive scene smash so fucking hard, so fucking quick. It's just unreal. But again, you're never going to target that audience to come in. You just will not do it. Because it's too woke and nobody wants to deal with the shit. Anyway.
In the end, that will give you, as a player, fewer opportunities to learn and grow. So yes, I am actually going to argue that behaving disrespectfully towards other players will make you worse at the video game than you could have been. Whatever advantage you gained by tilting a player, it's going to be canceled out somewhat by the negative impact you're having on the community and the loss of opportunities that you could use to get better if we had them. Even if you're the best player in the world, doing stuff like that might mean that someone who would have risen up to be your equal and challenge you to be better never rises up through the ranks. If you squid bag opponents like this, I want you to think about why you do it. What emotional need does that meet for you? Why do you need to feel better than that other player so badly? Why should that other player feel bad about not playing the game as well as you do?
Yeah,
It's
Rebel.
a silly game where people turn into squids and shoot super soakers at each other. Like, it's great, but also, is it really that important? Does it really determine your worth as a person that much? You know what? Let's pretend.
So right now he's invalidating everybody's personal feelings about the game, invalidating anybody's play styles, invalidating just everything about this game. If you take this game fucking seriously in any fucking way, you're invalidated. But yet he just said, like less than a fucking minute ago in this video, you're wanting people to rise up to be some of the best Splatoon players in the world. What?
Pretend it does. Let's pretend it does determine your worth for the sake of argument. In my experience, the people who are most attractive, skillful, wise, whatever, they are secure in those positive qualities of themselves. They don't need to put other people down to feel good about it. The ones who want to put others down are the ones who feel the most insecure about themselves, who are afraid that others will see them as less attractive, skillful, wise, and as a result make big showy displays of how good they are.
What the hell does this have to do with anything?
Differently. If a team really knows they're better than you, like beyond any shadow of a doubt, you're not even a blip on their radar, they're not going to show it by squid bagging. They're going to KO in 40 seconds without getting splatted once, tell you GG in the post-game chat, and be on their way to the next round of bracket, forgetting that you ever existed. But wait, Jem, I've seen top players squid bagging each other in tournaments before. Yeah, that's true. And frankly, I'm not going to defend it much. Sometimes it is more for show, for the content. Two players are in it for the sake of a fun rivalry to watch. Think about how most of pro wrestling is trash talk and not a lot is actually wrestling. It's the same sort of performance. But most of the time, I wish they wouldn't. I think that it is role modeling behavior that will ultimately make the scene smaller and more exclusive, especially given how many others will imitate it. Just because someone's really good at a video game.
He just compared squid bagging to basically pro wrestling and saying he doesn't want anything in pro wrestling other than just basically wrestling. Any storyline build-up for wrestling, anything that gives fans a reason to care about a fucking match. The entire fucking goddamn point of pro wrestling is to connect with your audience, make them believe, and make them care and invest in storylines. The wrestling is really second fucking nature. And he's just saying to completely disregard that, what the entire fucking wrestling industry is, because, yeah, you don't need it.
Does not mean
I hated that
they're
comparison.
going to be a responsible
I don't know.
or mature individual. Copy the way that they coordinate their specials, but think twice before copying the way that they treat other people.
But okay, there you go. Like, that's the entire point. I shit you not. It's like literally the entire fucking point. Alright, give me a minute. I gotta set up something, so... And for the record, a lot of people who are playing this multi-world think pretty much exactly like I do as far as Splatoon community, and that's why they don't fucking play. Character should I go with today? You know what?
Are you gonna jump up and get down?
Sure.
Jump around. Jump around.
It's just you and Majin King left, Putz, and then it'll be ready.
Okay, I mean, you guys can start whenever.
Oh, hey, Putz. Wait for mine.
I was just ranting a lot on a VOD review I was doing.
Alright, dumb question. Do I go single player or multiplayer?
You do multiplayer?
Multiplayer. And then you go to direct connect and type in localhost.
Yeah. Yeah, you're connecting to yourself.
Yeah, the IP address is just the word localhost, no spaces, all lowercase.
Bang, bang, bang.
I wish you luck, Shaman.
But the right connection.
Oh no, you don't remember? Yeah.
It's last case of emotion.
You go
I
to
just saw you
direct
put an IP
connection and
address in.
multiplayer.
I myself like played a card game.
Oh no, I backed out. I undid that and typed in
Okay.
close.
Yeah, I'm in the past still.
Yeah.
Basically, you're gonna say.
But you will
"Where
need
am I?"
that.
You're a
IP
glass box of
when you get
emotion.
in.
I didn't sign up for this.
Too late. Welcome to the shadow game. Oh god.
Yeah, just shadow realm.
Yep. This is the shadow.
You got my IP? Well,
Yeah, then you.
Oh well, you're just giving in.
Jeez, I have
like,
to,
oh no.
Shane, I have to like figure
Oh
out
no,
what's going on
anyway.
because for Majin King, like the sprite, it's saying that it's just asking if he wants to use the last settings, but it never did that before. He said.
let's keep playing. Link to the past.
Yeah, with the sprite, he wants the sprite.
I have no idea. Mog does all
That's
the price stuff
mystery.
for us.
It's probably another KP question.
What's going on?
Majin King's trying to get a random sprite for Link to the Past, and it's asking if he wants to use the last settings, but never did that before, and I haven't heard from him since yet.
So that would happen if he used the adjuster at any point.
Probably
And
did, if I imagine.
Yeah. If he ever does this right, then yeah. I mean, I don't know if he remembers what the last settings in this adjuster he had.
Am I not connected?
So he
No.
got it.
No.
I got it.
So
Man,
I
wish
think
had
Yeah, it's just margin
I
King
can't-
pops.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had them again, but I gave them up.
Everyone
Oh, no,
played Yu-Gi-Oh! Already, so it's...
started Forbidden Memories, and I don't know what the hell to do in that game.
That's a mistake, because that doesn't follow the rules of the game.
That's
Yeah,
that's
it
perfect because
really
I don't know basic Yu-Gi-Oh, so I just go with bigger number and wins.
Yeah,
That's
that
how it
sort of
works,
works, except for like fire auto kills like lightning and weird shit like that.
Just,
Like, I don't know what I do. Like I combine cards and make my cards worse, and
Fucking
I can't get out
infamous.
of the default.
There you go, that's Martian King.
Okay, there's
just
Martin
play,
King.
just play Exodia, then you'll be fine.
Start the countdown right now.
Can we go now?
Yeah.
Alright, I started
Make
the
sure
countdown.
to
countdown
click
going.
the start thing on your idle fish mark as soon as the countdown's done.
Yeah,
One.
for Minecraft players, type /start.
Alright, let's go, boys.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll type that right now.
Well, we type.
/start. You can do it in your Minecraft chat.
Apparently Martian King's getting
Did he-
wood.
Did he escape
Oh,
the
God,
glass
I
box
just
though
wanted-
first?
Oh God, I'm falling.
Oh, please don't tell me I have wait,
Help him as well! I'm driving.
I have Enemizer. Please don't tell me I have Swordless though.
Well,
Wait, if he did like he connect first?
Alright,
though?
we're back
Yeah.
in there.
Okay, thank God I don't have Swordless. What's up?
interesting
Did he have to run connect first?
So they just dropped you in your game? That's hilarious.
I just got dropped.
Thanks
I thought
Welcome
Shane
to
was
the
me.
game, bitch.
Oh wait, what the hell? I've never seen that happen. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen either, because that did not happen with me.
I'm gonna clip that and see. I want to see. I want to watch that back. I want to see what actually happens.
There you go, have some bottles.
Oh,
No, you
man.
sent him bottles to Mole instead.
Yeah, from Banjo.
Oh my God.
Oh nice,
Oh,
like fun.
I've got to show this to Kono later.
One wants to hear the weird sound effects that happens in Ghostler now.
Sweet.
oh,
I randomized
Progressive tools, so it means I can go to Stone now.
You're welcome.
Steve Structure Company.
Thank you. And I've got,
there's a bee.
It's a Minecraft shop.
yeah,
Okay,
enjoy your
um,
bees.
Drew, how do you use the structure compasses?
You just have them on your hand, and then they'll point you in a direction where you need to go.
You can right click on the compass and it'll update. Actually, then again, oh, you know what?
Oh nice, Chromium, I can call
Actually,
you
now that I think about it, your structure compasses are broken right now. Because I don't think Kono ever fixed it.
Cool. All right. Well, I gotta use those discs.
So we just throw them away.
I can beat
I
pigs
mean,
with it.
it'll tell you if your structure is in your dimension. If the compass is spinning, then it's not in that dimension. It's supposed to. Okay, so it's supposed to point to the closest one, but it's broken and it's always gonna point to 0, 0. So you're basically just shit out of luck there.
Tell my server though.
Right, back to crafting.
We were trying to figure out last time.
God damn it.
Was like, what the hell? Was like, where's this thing? How does this work? We all just kind of gave up on it. I'm glad we did.
Yeah. Cause like how it's supposed to work is like you right click to update it and then it'll tell you wherever the nearest structure is.
Let's go, now I stink.
But like right now, they are broken. They've been broken for a little bit, and the bond trader has not gotten back to fixing it, and I'm gonna have to yell
Can I
at
hit
him.
myself on egg? Please hit me.
Yeah.
Okay. Kippies, rupees, and grub.
I just hit myself on egg.
I can buy a sword right now. I can buy a sword for you.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
I'll
please.
leave you alone, gun truck.
Yeah.
Nice, give me all the stacks, I appreciate.
It's refusing
I like,
to
how,
die.
I like how it's called a link bracelet too.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
What's wrong with key?
It's designed on purpose to look kind of like the Archipelago logo.
Nice.
If you see the sprite for it in the game.
Oh yeah, I did remember seeing that. Let me actually.
Yeah, it's an
Get your
updated
stream up.
version of it. Yeah, there's an updated like design that was actually made by the developers of the game.
Oh nice, yeah.
As they cooperated.
Oh, thanks, Martian King.
You.
Oh my god, just
Oh my.
I can swim with acid because I'm just hardcore like that.
grow up, you stupid chicken. Grow up. Be an adult.
From Tampa Bay.
I was
Go
able to
work.
implement. I was able to implement sound and music randomizers, so it's gonna be really funny. So now whenever I roll around, it sounds like I'm rolling like a bowling ball right now.
Oh,
Chippy's
sweet.
Arrow upgrade, Chrome Wings 1,000 coins, Paladin's Ice Beam, and Shane's Infinity Whip.
Sweet, I can now have...
Ice beam would be
Sweet,
very
I
nice.
know.
Well,
I
I'm
know.
gonna get them all for you.
Well, bye, wooden sword. Hello.
Actually, I
Stone
don't have a
sword.
grub yet, never mind.
Whoa.
When these warthog-looking guys attack me, they sound like chickens.
Yeah, that probably sounds right. Let's see. Why is this?
Thanks,
Hey,
I'll
it
keep
says
that
my
one
Infinity
for-
book is at grub something.
Grub,
7.
yeah, I can get that for you soon, I just need grub.
Okay, I'm having trouble
My
connecting.
Infinity book is.
Then I've got my structure. Okay, so my village is in the overworld.
Alright, so Martian Keynes, my friend, and
Oh,
see
fuck.
what it looks like.
Did you die, Shaman?
That's why I was looking at your example YAML in
Thank you, Fish.
the Archipelago server. I saw you had Death Lake in there.
And now Martian Kane wants to make left.
That's funny.
Oh,
my
nice.
I
Is it
can't
chicken?
figure out why I can't connect.
Resource. Wow.
We
I'm
can't
getting.
connect.
Have you
Wow.
updated to the new archipelago?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Is your wait, what game are you?
Server?
He's
Link to the
playing
past.
Link to the past.
What's the point of it?
Oh my god.
Just
Why
run-
can't this
just
chicken
run
not
us how
grow
you
up?
Oh, dude, I actually freaking like those.
Oh,
Like,
fun. Right, breed.
The thing that Zach sent
Oh,
me,
hello.
I freaking love blueberry muffins.
2 blueberry muffins to be exact.
Yeah,
I
You're
got a
welcome to whatever
simple.
that
I am
means.
so dead.
You're
I
welcome
am
for whatever
so
the heck
dead
that
right
was.
now.
Yeah, you gave me a city crest, and I kind of need that.
What does that do?
No, I keep thinking of a different thing.
Oh,
City
thank
crest
God I've
isn't to
got a village.
open the waterways. That's just a key.
Thank God I've got a village.
Yeah,
What
it's
does it do
open,
again, Kippy?
it's open to the city from the
From
Fungal Waste, like
Fungal Waste?
from Fungal Waste to the city.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My own progressive, sweet progressive tools again, so that means I can go to Iron now. Shane doing okay.
Oh.
Kind of sad.
I'm actually casting and not having much problems. What the hell?
There you go, I have a missile.
My internet actually
Right.
likes me tonight.
Right, let's talk to
What
villagers and
shit?
see what they have before I decide to murder and burn down the town.
Whoa.
Thank you, Kippy.
He's
Me-
holding a box. He
I
is?
mean, villagers are useless anyways, in this case.
He's holding a box.
What's in the box?
A box of what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
my gosh.
That stuff is very expensive, though. You gotta appreciate
High
this.
place. He's holding a box in a high place.
Looks like you can get really busted at the start of the game when you're playing Super Metroid and you get a lot of gifts.
What am I doing?
Keep
This is
sending-
great though, because I'm actually stuck in here.
Ooh, hookshot. Nice.
There we go.
Right, time to murder a pig.
Oh,
I cannot-
that'll come in handy later when
Wait.
fucking everything's in deepness. Like last time.
Actually, can I find a cow tippet?
Thanks, I'll send that to
Oh, I
Goodwill.
got a dream now. And vengeful spirit.
You know what? I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna restart my whole computer.
Right.
You do that.
No worries, Bugs.
Oh god, I'm gonna so die right now.